If you clicked on this video, you're looking to sell your business fast. You're not here for a long, drawn-out process of 12 months to sell your business. You want to sell your business in a month or two. Maybe there is a health crisis or a family crisis, or maybe you just had enough and you're ready for a new chapter. Whatever the reason is, speed is a priority at this point in time. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps on how to sell your business fast without giving it away for pennies. So let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Anish and I'm an M&A strategist and a business owner. I've bought and sold companies, so I know what is it like being on both sides of the table. And these days, I help business owners exit their business with clarity and confidence. So if you want to sell your business fast, we should get right into it. So I'm going to give you a clear, actionable plan on how you can package your business for speed and avoid wasting time with the wrong buyers. So step number one, decide what fast really means for you. Because there's a big difference between closing in 4 to 8 weeks, which is lightning speed in M&A terms, or just selling within 6 to 12 months. Now, if you're thinking about selling in a few weeks, you need to be more flexible on the deal structure. And also, you need to accept that some buyers won't have time to do a due diligence that makes them feel comfortable. You may have to lower your asking price for speed. And now, if you're thinking about a few months, you have a bit more time and leverage, so you can ask a slightly more asking price. I'll give you an example. I once worked with a retail business owner who had to relocate overseas in 90 days. We structured the deal as an asset sale and we ended up closing in 41 days. And he got a fairly decent asking price too, because the seller had all the documents together and he had everything together to hand over the keys in that time frame. So preparation is key when it comes to selling your business fast. The next step is know exactly what you're selling. Buyers move fast when there's clarity. If your business is messy on paper, that's where delay happens. So here is what you need to prepare immediately. Number one is financials. You need at least 2 to 3 years of profit and loss and balance sheet. Number two, you need to get your add back. You need to show the real profit after adding back your salaries, your perks, your car expenses, your phone expenses that the company is paying for. Then you need to document your organizational chart. It doesn't have to be too complex. You just can draw it on a pen and paper so the buyer knows who runs what and how does the business function. Then you need a list of assets and the estimated value. Print out all the contracts, say customer contracts, supplier agreement, leasehold agreement, any license. Just keep that all together in a package. And then you need to clarify, what does a transitionary plan look like? What kind of support can you provide a new buyer after you sell the business? All these things doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to have it complete and documented somewhere. Because I'll tell you the truth, if you can't give the buyer a clear picture of your business in the first conversation, they will move on to another deal. So if you don't have these documents ready, even if you find a buyer who's interested in learning your opportunity, if you cannot provide the full picture of your business, they will move on. So preparation is key when it comes to selling your business. Now we'll go to the next step. Once you have the documentation ready, get a realistic ballpark valuation for your business. Before you talk to anyone, know what your business is actually worth. This way, you know the price, you know the ballpark of what you should be asking for. I have a separate video to show you how to calculate the value of your business. And I have a link to a business value calculator somewhere in the description below. So you can use that to find out the value of your business. And here's the reality. If you want speed, you need to be a little bit more flexible. You need to give them a deal that lowers their risk as a buyer. So you need to be open to different deal structure. Like for example, maybe take 20% down and balance financed over a seller financing or an earnout where they pay you a monthly payment on your business for a certain period of time. This way, you're still getting the value of your business, but it's just spread out over a period of time rather than one lump sum. But make sure if you go this path, you have a solid lawyer to review your deal and protect yourself, because seller financing can often get messy if it's not the right buyer. So the next step is finding a buyer that can close fast. So if you want to sell your business in weeks, not months, start closer to home. Tap into your existing network. Talk to your past employees. Talk to your competition. I usually don't recommend this under a normal process, as you are in a rush, you need speed. So talk to your competition, talk to your family, talk to your friends, talk to your nephew, talk to your industry connection. And while you talk to them, also make sure to list your business in business selling platforms like BizBuySell, BizQuest, or even Flippa if it's an online business. And I also recommend talk to a couple of business brokers to see if they are able to help you within that time frame, or if they know someone in the industry who's actively looking to buy a business. So brokers usually have a database of buyers that they might be able to do an email blast or reach out to someone who's looking to close quick on a deal for a better price. So you can even deal with a broker on a non-exclusive basis. So maybe reach out to a few and see that if they can help you, and explain them the time urgency, why you want to sell it in a few weeks instead of a few months. Next process is speeding up the due diligence. If you want speed, I would suggest to do an asset sale over a share sale. And I have made a separate video on what the difference is. Why would I recommend an asset sale? Asset sale is just easier to close for a buyer. The buyer doesn't have to do thorough due diligence. They're starting a new corporation and just buying your assets and transferring that over to a new company. So they're starting fresh while buying your assets. And you can negotiate with them for the brand value. What would that cost? The goodwill cost, what would that involve? This helps the new buyer to have a lower risk so they can close fast. Okay, this is just a recommendation, but this is something that you can consider if that makes sense for you. There is a downside to asset sale. You may not get absolute top dollars for your business. The buyers may try to negotiate on the goodwill aspect. But if you're looking for speed, then this is the route to go. Okay? Then the next step is negotiate smart. Even under pressure, you need to make sure you're getting a good price for your business. It doesn't mean that you have to get ripped off when it comes to selling your business. So here's what you need to look into. Your walkaway number, and you have to be a little flexible on this. And then how much do you want upfront? Then how much would be a monthly payment that'll make you feel comfortable? And also make sure that the business can actually support that monthly payment, because if the business cannot support that monthly payment, the chances are the buyer would default on the seller financing. So do this strategically. Make sure that they have enough breathing room to pay themselves a little bit and then pay you for the business as well. Also make sure that you have lawyers review everything before you sign documents, and let them know too that it's priced because you're looking to sell it in a few weeks and you don't want to wait out for 6 months to sell the business. So just make it clear and let them know the reason why you're looking to sell fast. If you're looking to sell quick, the biggest risk is you wasting time with unqualified buyers. Okay, that's a big one, because there's a lot of people who will tell you they're interested in buying the business, but they can't really afford your business, or they don't have the money, or they don't have the interest. They'll just play you around and they'll end up not buying your business at all. So make sure that you are talking only with serious buyers when it comes to selling your business, especially considering the speed that you're looking for. And something else that I normally see is selling a business without having documentation ready. That's why I prepared a exit readiness checklist. You should have access to it somewhere in the description below. You can use that checklist to see if your business is ready for an exit. So it's just important to be very transparent, let them know the reason that you're looking to sell fast, and let them know what time constraint you're dealing with. Also filter out unserious buyers early on, because you don't have time for that. So get your numbers organized, target who can actually close, and be flexible on the term. If you feel stuck and need that extra help to sell your business, you can book a free call with me. We can give you some tips on what that process looks like, give you some pointers at least. And we're very well connected when it comes to M&A, whether it is a business broker or an advisor or a lawyer or an accountant. We can probably link you with one of those people. Based on where you live, we might have someone in that area, so we can link you with those people to help you move things faster. And if you like videos like this, feel free to follow my channel. I talk a lot about M&A and entrepreneurship, where I help business owners build sellable companies and help them sell it for top dollars. And if you feel like you have a little bit more breathing room, you can take 6 months to 12 months to sell your business, I would recommend watching another video that I have on my channel. This video is more about someone who wants to sell their business in a rush. So I have gone outside my normal recommendation when it comes to selling your business in this video, just for the sake of speed. So I hope this was valuable. And if you like these videos, keep following, and I will see you in the next one.